Hello, this is Dr. Melida Barrow. I am the author of Unveiling the Illusion, Know Who You Are. Welcome to Living Your Best Life Now. Yes, Living Your Best Life Now. I started this show because I am living my best life now. And I want the world to join me because I know that there are better things out there. But because of our thinking, because the way we were raised, we were born into a system that is controlling our minds, that is controlling everything about us. And today, I want to talk about maintaining your principles. Today, I am going to speak truth, just like every time I come on this show. My heart is troubled. Yes, it is. And this is why I'm saying I'm going to speak truth today. This show today is a special show because all this time I've been speaking truth. But today, I just have to let it all out, especially about maintaining our principles. We have compromised to so many things. I'm watching people suffering. I'm watching people not knowing what turn to make. And today, I'm going to help you because I know that there's so many of you out there that's hurting. So many of you have conquered pain, but so many of you have compromised. You have compromised to suffer. You have compromised to living in the condition that you are in because you don't know truth. And today, we're going to speak truth. We're going to talk about so many things. And as you can see, I am just elated just to be on this show. I started the show because of that. I want to say hello. I see so many of you saying, just giving me the blessing as usual because God is just so good to us. But we, I think, are forsaking so many things from our principles. I want to say hello. I always say hello to those of you that chime in right away. Deborah, my dear husband. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I want to let you guys know that today is going to be a blessed day for so many of you. I want to go ahead and start this show because there's a lot to talk about. There's so many people hurting in this world. And there's so many people compromising. God has sent so many of us here on this earth to make a difference. But we are not doing so. We are not making a difference in this world. What we are doing is compromising. I see people suffering. I see people, I've traveled a lot. And there's no reason for us to suffer the way we're suffering. One of the things that I want to mention, and I'm going to start off by saying this, I'm not going to ever be politically correct because I cannot watch people going through life not knowing the truth. I cannot be politically correct to please those that is oppressing others. You see, being politically correct, you are oppressing God's people. Every time somebody tells me, well, I'm going to be politically correct, I let them know, please don't. Speak truth. I sometimes sit back and I watch how people are going through life not knowing the truth. And as God said, the truth will set you free. And I have to say, it set me free. It set me free from bondage. It set me free from a lot of things. I was mental abused. I was going through so many changes in my life because I didn't know the truth. And I know there's a lot of you out there that don't know the truth. And today, we're going to expose it. We're going to speak without using, quote, being politically correct. First of all, I would like to send a message to my brothers and sisters in Africa. I want to send you this message because I'm hurting inside just watching the chaos on the continent. It is so bad today that the young people don't have nowhere to turn. They don't even know who to go to because of so much chaos. The chaos was caused by not reaching to God, by not being obedient. We have to get back to God. The whole continent. You're separated. You call yourself Nigerian, you call yourself Ghanaian, you call yourself, you're from Mali, you're from South Africa. It got to the point where you think you're different from each other. And in reality, you're the same people. Just because a nation is separated by lines, giving you a different passport, giving you a different name, but you're the same people. You're God's people. You're fighting and killing each other. I am here to tell you today, please reach to God. God wants his children back. He wants his children back because you're just killing yourselves. You have been taught wrong. You are doing the wrong things. You are doing exactly what your enemy have done to you. You have those that come into your nations, colonialized you, and doing great things for themselves. And what you are doing is hurting each other. Look around you. Take a good look around you. Leaders, those of you that can make a difference, why aren't you doing something? We have to maintain our principles and we have to speak truth, because if we don't speak truth today, what is going to happen tomorrow? You are, one is Igbo and the other one, due to religion, you're separated. But you're the same people. Your children is who's suffering. We're watching the whole continent just going crazy. When I look at the situation back this way, and I look at Puerto Rico, when I look at Puerto Rico and what happened to Puerto Rico, I cry. It aches me to see how our people are forsaking each other. Puerto Rico, look at what happened and look at what the US have done to these people. Just because we don't hear it in CNN, there's so many things happening there. But because we're not Puerto Rican, we don't care. There are so many things happening in Panama. There's so many things happening in El Salvador. There's so many things happening in the world. But because we were not born there, we're doing nothing. We're just watching the world go in chaos, and until it knocks your door, until it hurts your child. There's so many of our children dying today. But because it's not your child, you don't care. We are compromising. Where's the principles? Let's speak truth tonight. We have to wait till it knocks our door before we say something. We cannot help each other because we don't even know ourselves. We don't know who we are. We are all the same. Whether we're in the United States, don't let this system fool you to think that we're all different. We're not. We are one people. Whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're Asian, whether you're Indian, we're all one, believe it or not. But you see, we are so busy fighting each other, we don't have time to realize it. And those that God sent on this earth to make a difference, we have compromised. We're no longer speaking truth. We're speaking politically correct because we don't want to offend no one. We have leaders out there that we are even afraid to talk to. Like my brother Farrakhan. When he speaks truth, we are afraid of him because we've been dictated and told don't speak to the brother because you might just get in trouble. But the day is coming when they might tell you the same thing about me because I am going to speak truth always. You see, I'm not afraid. I don't work for man. I work for God. And no man is going to make me afraid to deliver God's people with truth. No man. We are all fighting for the same thing. Freedom, peace, love. What are we doing? Because you're Asian, you can't connect with me. But you were taught that. Because you're from Australia and you're Aborigine, you can't talk to me. Because in your mind, you think you're different. But we're going to change that. Because you're white, you think you can't talk to the brothers in Africa, to the Aborigines, to the Panamanians. Hello? Let's stop the nonsense. It's over. Let us reach out to each other. When it comes to business, I told my African brothers and sisters, you should be doing business in the world. Not just in London, not just in the US, not just in India, but in the world. But see, you were taught something by your colonializers. You were taught only to do business with them. I'm here to tell you today, you need to start doing business in the world. And if you don't know how, I will teach you how. My young brothers and sisters in the world, let us do business with each other. Let us talk with each other. Let us communicate with each other. My ancestors are looking at talking to me every single day, telling me, what is going on? I suffered for you to free the people. We've been in bondage. Why are you still in bondage? Why are you killing each other when we died for you to free yourselves? Can't you hear them? When they were being hung in trees, sewn by the mouth, suffering day and night. I want the people to think about that tonight. When you're gang banging out there, killing each other, what are you really killing each other for? When I cross the street, you're telling me you own that side of the street? Brother, really? Don't you know the drugs was brought into your neighborhood not only to kill your children, but to destroy you? You don't have a future. None of us, until we stop this nonsense. Today is not about being politically correct. I will never be politically correct. Because if the truth hurts you, then let it hurt. But let us come together and let us change the world together. You have the power to do so. But you think you don't because you're sitting there waiting for somebody to give you something. Well, I'm giving you something today. I'm educating you to let you know it's time. It is time to embrace and go back to God and go back to his principles. Here we killing each other up for something that you don't own, that you don't have. My brothers and sisters, you have so much resources in your nations, but yet you're poor. I wonder why. Where's the knowledge that God gave you? You can be the powerhouse of the world, but you're so busy stealing the nickel and dime, you don't even understand the power that you have. Here is the diaspora. We are waiting for you, but we can't wait for you anymore because you're too busy destroying yourselves. My ancestors that was in slavery, they're looking at us now and say, what the hell happened to you people? What happened? We died for nothing. We left Africa and came here, brought by force, suffered, still suffering. Still suffering. And they suffered and suffered. And we are destroying ourselves. All they thought about was freedom. What are you thinking about? God is saying, wake up. It is time to wake up. It is time to start trading with each other, doing business with each other. Stop fighting with each other. You're fighting over nothing. When your colonializers came and took everything you have, but you still have more. God is showing you you have abundance in your land. That you can change your behavior, change your mindset. Change the way of thinking. It is time now to unveil the illusion of this world. Oh God, yes. It is time to change the mindset of how you are thinking. You don't understand who you are. Well, I'm here to tell you who you are. You are son and the daughter of God. And you have the power within. All of you. Every man on this earth. This is not a black thing. This is a world thing. This is about humanity. It is over. It's about humanity. Come on now. It's about humanity. I am sick and tired of people calling me, telling me, Mel, don't say that. You might get in trouble. Hell, I'm already in bondage in this system. And I'm trying to free myself, but at the same time, I am going to free my brothers and my sisters in the world. Whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Indian, whether you're Asian, it's about peace. Enough is enough. Yes, it is. Speak truth. Don't be afraid. You've been afraid too long. I haven't gotten you anywhere, have it? Where are you today? Where are you? I'm traveling around the world speaking truth. It is time. It is time to come out of your comfort zone. It is time all the gangbangers set some type of peace. You're fighting for nothing. You've been given crumbs. Meanwhile, your oppressors are living the good life and you're killing each other for crumbs. You're going in the black neighborhood killing children for nothing. The very drugs you put in the neighborhood, the guns, for them to kill each other. I pray to God that this video that you're watching, this talk show that you're watching, send it to my children, please, that's killing each other. Send it to them. I have a message for the world today. When you talk about that this nation that I'm in right now, the U.S., you always talk about this is a great nation. I'm beginning to wonder, how can it be when you're taking children, babies, from the Mexican community, enslaving them? Yes, that is slavery. You don't take somebody's child just like that. It took me back when I saw that. When you could do that, you could just take the baby from a mother and go and sell the baby. Give it to another master. Things are coming back. So don't sit there thinking because it's not Jamaica, because it's not Trinidad, because it's not Panama, because it's not China, doesn't mean that it's not going to knock your door one day. Come on now. God is showing you what this system can do and get away with it. How is it possible that you can take my child? You see, when they take those children are my children. Those children are God's children. You will punish. You will punish. What you sow, you shall reap. Speak truth. Ain't you tired of being in bondage? It is time to unveil the illusion in this world, because if you don't, you will be buried just like everybody else sooner than you think. And please don't call me and tell me what I shouldn't have said, because I'm just going to hang up. Don't tell me I cannot use the word colonializer. No, don't tell me that. I was recently told that, you know, Mel, you need to find another word. You shouldn't do this. And no, I am speaking to my young people out there. No, you don't have to just do business in Africa or in the U.S. You can do business in the world. Like I said, I will teach you. All of you that want to know information that I know that can free you, I wrote it in that book. My book, Unveiling the Illusion. Know who you are. You'll never be free if you don't know who you are. Never. What I saw in India, what I saw in the Caribbean, in Latin America, I am not going to compromise. You can bring me $1 billion and say, Mel, stop talking like that. I'll never stop. So don't even try it. You cannot come to me and tell me, I'm going to give you this grant, but you can't say this and you can say that. Keep your grant. But I'm going to speak truth. It is time for us to be free, at least in the mind. You see, you need to set your mind free. You are so afraid that you can't even talk. You are so afraid of speaking truth. Some people you don't talk to only because of what they represent, which is truth. Sooner or later, I won't see anybody on this show because you might be afraid to say, that sister, she's speaking truth, and I don't want to get in trouble. You might stop clicking like. But you see, the truth is not for everyone. You see, when Jesus came here on earth, he spoke truth. Christians, let me tell you something, and please listen to me good. You are so afraid to speak out. When I see those children being taken from their parents, you still sitting in your bench praying. Don't even come out. You see so many things happening in the world. There's so many religious people out there in the world. There shouldn't, all these things that are happening in the world shouldn't be happening. No, 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 no. But you see, you're comfortable where you at. You're comfortable just sitting there asking God, God, you know, that's not my problem, but, you know, help those people. You see, those people are God's people, which is your people. You can't get comfortable in this world anymore. You're going to find yourself in cages, and it's not going to be for prisoners. It's going to be those against those that's oppressing you. God sent me to this world for a reason. I understand it now. Speak truth, Melida. Speak truth. It is time for all of us now to get up. You see, when you look at the world, I just want to share this with you. You look at the world and you see all these borders, you know, Mexico, Guatemala, you know, Curacao, all these borders. Those are borders created by man, not God. God gave you the earth. Man gave you a region, a country, a flag. I don't look at the world. Most people look at the world. You wave your flag and that represents you. Flag don't represent me, only God. When it comes to humanity, we really, really need to change our ways. When a Cubano or Puerto Rico or, you know, I embrace everybody because that's God's children. But see, we were taught only to embrace and be nice. Or sometimes not even that we can do with each other. Because we're Panamanian, I'm from Panama, but I embrace everybody. I'm a Black woman, proud to be. There's nothing wrong with me. I love me. Love yourselves. See, when you love you, you can love everybody. There is no borders. Most Americans, they believe in their borders. You believe in your borders. But the world is big. Embrace one another. When something happens in one community, just because it's not your community, don't mean that you cannot help. Be who God created you to be. Be powerful because you already are. You don't have to go and seek anything. I said this in my other shows. You're all powerful people. Don't make anyone make you feel inferior. I got a message for my young people. Don't you ever let anyone make you feel inferior. You are powerful young people. Drop the guns, drop the guards, the drugs, drop the alcohol, drop everything that is weakening your mind. Drop all those things. Because see, you were already born powerful. You see, powerful. Embrace knowledge. It is time for you to embrace knowledge, not weapons, not drugs, not bullying each other, not out there trying to buy the $200-300 gym shoes. Take that money and invest it. I'm here to speak truth to you. Take that money and invest it in the right things. You see, you've been told that if you have the shoes, you're good to go. No, I'm telling you, you're not good to go. I'm telling you to take that money and invest, because people saying that you don't have money, yes, you do. If you can buy $300 gym shoes, and if you can buy all these Nintendos and all this other stuff, take the money and invest it within, for yourself. Because you're smart, you are geniuses. You are. And mothers out there, let me tell you something, don't compromise. When they tell you that your child have a mental problem and disability and he have to take Ritalin and he have to do this and no, there's nothing wrong with your child. You know how many parents I've spoken to that told me that they told them that their child have to take Ritalin, their child have to take this and that. Next thing you know, their child is graduating out of college with honors. Universities, I know of them. We are compromising. We are listening to the wrong things. It is time now for us to educate ourselves, to seek the knowledge, to seek the wisdom, and have the understanding to come back together. That is my message today. Don't break those principles that God gave you. I'm speaking from the heart tonight. I want us to build back up and show God that we can build this nation. And when I say I mean all nations. We can get back up and start loving each other, doing good for each other. I want to show God that we can do it. And I know we can. We have to get back to humanity. We have to get back to loving each other, loving ourselves. And we're going to do it. Because I know God wants you to live the best life ever. I've conquered all the craziness, all the toxic things in my life. I've told you before, you're trying to get rid of toxic people, but you are toxic too. Get rid of all that toxicity within you and live your best life now. It is time. It is time to live your best life now with each other. I know it's over 30 minutes, and I just want to thank you. Thank you for listening to me tonight. Tonight, I let a lot of things out because when I think about what's happening in the world, it aches me. It really does. And I know that we can do better. Those of you that watch for the first time, my name is Dr. Melida Barrow. I am the author of Unveiling the Illusion. I have the book in Spanish and in English, Unveiling the Illusion. It is time for us to really change our lives. And I know that we can. Purchase the book. It's on Facebook. but you can purchase it at www.melidaharrisbarrow.com. And here is actually the name, Melida, without the A, melidaharrisbarrow.com. Please purchase the book, because when I wrote this book to deliver that mindset, that negative mindset from you. It is time to unveil all the illusions that you were taught. And this book helped me when I wrote this book. And during the time that I was writing it, I was being delivered every single day. And I want you to be delivered. I want that all those people that are oppressing you, you can be delivered by that. Again, this is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow. I'm the author of Unveiling the Illusion. Know who you are. You can also visit my Facebook right this minute. There is a link that you can purchase the book. I love you all. Please tune in next Thursday. This program, this talk show is every Thursday from 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a blessed and marvelous evening. Good night. I love you guys. I forgot to say that. I love you, love you, love you. Blessings.